Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2017. It is week 14 of competition, and we are finishing up the Colorado Classic with our stage, Racer. In the first two stages of the Classic, we managed a strong 10th place performance, and in stage 3 we have a 20k time trial, and this one is not a climbing variety, it's the flat variety, but we are seen as one of the favorites for the stage, seen as 6th strongest rider going into the stage. We are a 72 time trialer. That's actually our best stat. So we've got ourselves a shot here at a pretty strong finish, both in the stage and overall. Again, we are 10th overall going into this time trial, and I like our chances of moving up at least 2 places, and potentially 2 or 3 more spots. So it's possible we could crack the top 5 in the overall through this race today. And it looks like our race day condition is adding some sort of bonus, that we will have a boost of some sort, though here it shows that we are at 0 for the day, so we'll see. I'm also hoping that by the end of this race, 2 more stages, that we could finally see our profile become at least known locally. We're totally unknown at this point, so we keep not getting listed on our team. Right. Our objective is to finish in the top 10 of the overall standings, and our stage objective is a top 3 finish. Wow. That's surprising. All right, so the profile is pretty flat. We've only got one small climb and then a little bit of a descent towards the end. Let's see the map, though. It is, let's see, going out and coming back in, and the wind is only favorable for the start. So the wind is at your back for the first leg, and then the first quarter of the stage, and then the very, very finish. Not much of a breeze, though. All right, so we're looking at about 27 minutes right now to finish, and that is long enough to create some pretty sizable gaps. I mean, right now you could already see first to, 17th is a minute back. So there will be some time gaps. We could definitely put a minute on some of those riders ahead of us. But we are, I think, a minute 22 behind? Will that show here? Let's see here. Minute 32 behind. It's only 5 seconds to Didier, though, so I think we can definitely catch those two. It's only a 5-second gap, so I think we'll definitely get that. But it's 50 seconds to overtake the next 4 riders. And let's see, 55 to tie, 56 seconds. But Priedler is a good time trialer. Roche is a good time trialer. So those guys are among the favorites today. So I don't think we'll catch them. But this group of riders could potentially be caught. All right, so how are we looking so far? Most of our guys have already all finished already. Cheney is 13th overall, 24 seconds off the pace, and it's nearly our turn. Pace right now, 26 minutes, 23 seconds now, 26 minutes to Sylvain Dillier. Daniel Oss, there you go, already came in. Brent Bookwalter already came in, 20 seconds off the pace. Those were among the favorites. And away we go. Let's see, let's get our pace set. We want to come out strong here early on and set a good time. There's just this little bit of a climb here. I want to come over that climb with a good time, and then we will settle things down a little bit. on these, especially when you are a bit of a climber. Our race day condition is 0, but we get a +2 to our time trials. We're a 74 today. This climb right here, this is where we want to have a good mark. We want to come out strong on this climb. You can pick up lots of time on these little punchy climbs in the time trial, at least on this game anyway. So we are burning a little bit of energy, but we get over the top of that pretty quickly, and we should start seeing a bit of a downhill. Yeah, here just a little bit, and we're actually still pretty good. We're about even on the stamina, so I could actually see us continuing to push towards the end. After this halfway point, it looks like we will slowly dip towards the end, and so we'll be able to ride pretty hard. Here we go. We are coming up on the halfway point, and our stamina is level with the distance left to go. We are 4th so far. So 4th, just 8 seconds off the pace, and plenty of stamina to push towards the end. Alright, so we're going to be able to race pretty hard here, especially with this little bit of a downhill. But we don't want to run out completely, so I think I like right where we're at right now. Little downhill should help us conserve a little bit more. We've got 3K to go to the end. Just a little climb here, and then 1K to the finish from there. Okay, let's ramp it up. Give it everything you got to the end. First place for now. 8 seconds ahead, 25:51. DeMarquis, next one to cross the line, was 16th at the halfway point and still got a ways to go to the end. So I think we are definitely going to pass DeMarquis. Yes, 14th, 44 seconds off the pace. Okay, Didier, we only needed that, 5 seconds to overtake Didier? And he was 30 seconds back. There's a minute. Okay, we've moved up 2 spots. Okay, now this is where we needed 50 seconds. Lachlan Norris was actually only 12 seconds off the pace. 31, we did not pass him. Robin Carpenter, he's still got a K to go to the end, so we might be gaining some time here on Carpenter. Is it enough? No, 32 seconds. He finishes top 10, so we won't pass him either. We've moved up 2 spots so far. Rob Britton was level with the top time at the start and just 9 seconds off, but we are still leading the stage. That's the other thing to think about here. We're up to 8th in the overall standings. This is the last rider I think that we might have a chance to catch, or 2 riders that we might have a chance to catch. 49 seconds gained, and we needed 50, but do we get a bonus for top 3? I don't think we do, so he might still be ahead of us. Preedler, just 20 seconds off. We won't catch him. Here's Nick Roche. Can we win the stage? That's the big thing here. 5th place for Nick Roche. Nathan Brown had the best time at the split, and looks like the race winner. I don't think Nick Roche is going to gain on him. 5th overall. We win the stage. We get a stage win in the Colorado Classic. But we only moved up to 8th place overall. But still, the goal was top 10. And the stage, podium. But we don't just get podium. We get the #1 spot. Stage winner, our 4th win of the year. And amongst top 2 riders. So well done. We kept that stamina right until the end, and we're able to push. So we did that just right. Let's see, 7th. Okay, we did. We got 1 second Betial. So I thought he was 1 second ahead of us. We did overtake him. So we got 7th overall. Let's see, mountain climber. We tied for 6th on that. We won't pick up any points there, but we got a stage win. That'll definitely be some points. We got 7th overall. That'll definitely be some points. And this last stage is a sprint stage, so it's not going to change anything, except for maybe in the sprint points. We are 4th when it comes to sprint points, so pretty solid considering we weren't going for either one of those categories. And best young rider, 2nd, Robin Carpenter. I was wondering about that one, if there was anybody ahead of us. Bettiol was in that category as well, but we are that 1 second ahead of him. There's Hugh Carthy, almost 2 minutes back. And let's see, as a team, we are 8th, 39 minutes off the pace, and Cannondale Drat Pack. Wow, UHC, the United Healthcare team, is 2nd, ahead of BMC and Trek and Sunweb, all major tour teams. All right, well, we pull off a stage win, so fantastic. We got 1 stage left, though, in the race. Here we go. Finish top 10. We are 7th. That's good. Stage. Finish top 3. 1st. Very good. Really, that's all you get. Very good. We add 16 points of progression in that stage. We didn't get any points of progression in the last 2 stages. I don't get that. But and manager satisfaction only plus 4%. Really? Well, you're worried about the overall. We've got 1 more stage to do that. That's our 4th career victory. We're definitely going to pick up some points for that in the Super Prestige category and see ourselves move up a bit. We had 91 points going into the Colorado Classic, so we'll see what we're at after the conclusion of the final stage, the sprint stage, which in real life takes place in downtown Denver, Colorado. Oh, this is definitely not the Denver stage. This actually could see the field split up a bit. It is a sprint stage because there's a good lengthy 25 or 30K flat towards the end, but I don't know if this group's going to finish totally intact. We shouldn't have any problem hanging on, though. All right, conditions looking good again. Still no notoriety, but I think it takes till the end of the race before it's going to calculate any of that out and pick up the Super Prestige points, etc. So we should be able to cruise pretty quickly through this stage to get to the end and kind of see the results. There's not much to see in this one. These climbs might split the field up a little bit, but they're not going to split it up a ton. We will watch this final climb, though, for sure. It is Category 2, and fairly late on and after a bit of climbing along the way. Like, this is a Category 1. I'm not really buying that. It might be steep, but it's short. I don't see any Category 1s out here. I could see them maybe getting away with Category 2, and this is a Category 3, and the others more like Category 4. No above category hard climbs, though. It's definitely not one of the major races out there, but the Colorado Classic is a pretty serious race. That does attract a decent amount of top tour riders.
This race is quite flat. Expect a fast pace from the peloton. The heat will weigh on today's race. The riders will have to drink plenty.
All right, leader outsider, finished top 10, final standings. Only 1 teammate for us today, though. Considering we are in 7th, you'd think the team would care a little bit more about our final overall placement and at least give us a few riders and not give everybody else free reign. But it's only going to be that 1 or 2 riders getting into the breakaway, then everybody else will be here, and will work for the team. Race day
He's
conditions,
trying to break away.
a stinker,
It's probably a
-2
bit
today.
too early for
But if
that.
you actually look, it's just the stamina and resistance and fighter that are going to be a thing. But unless somebody really comes out and tries to make this a super difficult stage, I don't see any
It's a good
issues
moment to show the team
today. This is
colors.
going to be a pretty easy race towards the end. Just a little bit of climbing and then sprint stage in the end. Alright, we're up into our place. It looks like Sheehan's the one to get away once again. Breakaway looks to have 9 riders once they all come together. There you go, 9 riders. That's a lot for a stage like this. Surprised they let that many go, but still manageable. I don't think they'll let them get out past more than about 4 to 5 minutes, though, with that number of riders. Yeah, there you go. We're holding them at 3.5 minutes. So that will make the stage a little bit more challenging with that many riders away. Okay. Whoa. Half of our team just fell.
Crash in the pack, but it doesn't look too serious.
And the pace was already picking up. Alright, half the field got left behind, including
There's an
most of our
abandon in the
team.
back. Let's hope that the rider isn't too upset.
I think some riders will make it back. Yeah, there's only a minute. There you go. Groups have linked back up, so it didn't take that long to catch back up. And at the base of our little sequence of climbs here, we'll go at ×4 over these, I guess, just to see. But again, we're only at 76 and we're climbing just fine here. And this is supposed to be a category 1 climb. Really? The highest was 10 degrees. That's nothing. Climb on my hill's steeper than that. As tough as that, because it's not that long, but that was a short climb. That was an easy climb. Alright, let's speed things up because nothing's happening here. Okay, we got a Cat 2 coming up here in a little bit. We'll slow it back down a little for that. There we go. Speed is starting to pick up, but again, nothing. Easy stuff. There we go, coming up on the top. Easily over. It looks like Bennett is in trouble, though. Bennett's going to get dropped there. One of the ones who fell and are a -5 on the day. And they're over 10 minutes back, so looks like they're going to be a DNF most likely. Or just be way behind the field. If there was an additional stage past today, they probably wouldn't make the time. 12 minutes back now. We got 4 minutes between us and the front. Sheehan's in the front group. They have dropped a couple riders, but there's still 7 riders on the front group. And they're still almost 4 minutes ahead, so I'm surprised they're given that much of a gap. Alright, we've only got that one climb left, and it should be an easy one, though the pace has certainly picked up. There will be some more riders dropped. A lot of those riders who were dropped so far, including Bennett, are because of the wreck more than anything. Alright, here we go. Final climb.
Attacking the group at the front.
And
This
we hit
climb
it.
features some dreadful percentages.
Yeah, nobody's getting away here. Morton's working his butt off to stay ahead of us and make it easy for us. And he did. He got us to 1.5K to go to the top. Be tempted to go get points, but there's not enough points left out there. we're a lot of points on offer today. We're outside of the top 10 in that category now. Okay, the climb's done, and we are just fine. Sheehan's not, though. Sheehan's about to get caught. And the group has thinned out quite a bit, but some of those guys are going to catch back up. They already are. We're back up to 71 riders. All the major jerseys are here. Alright, one last little punchy climb here.
There's now more than a minute.
Might thin things out a little bit further.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
And there's no threat to us. We'll start speeding things up. Alright, we're going to push towards the end of the race. And we're into the flats, and we, unlike the rest of our team, are good to go. Team is split up. Wow, I'm surprised how many people have struggled, but I guess those climbs weren't that easy. The field is way spread out. Bennett's 23 minutes back. Breakaway's been caught. We have 69 riders pushing for the end. The guys with us, Barry's the only one kind of hanging on. Sheehan's done. He was the one trying to shield us. 9K to go.
While the pack is getting close to the finish line, everybody seems to agree that the stage will
7,
be won in a sprint.
6. Okay, 5K to go. We want to be in the front. We want to make a sprint for this just to make sure we get caught with the group or don't get caught out. Our sprinting is all good for the day. Not that our sprinting's any good in the first place, but 3K to go.
There goes the sprint. The strong men are
okay, 1.9K. We're going to start pushing towards the front. Use our energy gel. There's 1K to go. And sprint is on. Oh, riders racing through. Ew. Happens too often on this game. Alright, we are not going to be in the top 10, but we are at the front where we belong. Securing our 7th place finish. Just outside of the top 20.
Who appear to be fairly numerous in this difficult race.
Alright, I doubt any of the top 10 riders were outside of that group. No reason they would be. And poor Bennett was about a half hour back. Where's the last rider to finish, though? Had a couple people behind him.
And here are the key moments of the race.
Right. John Murphy wins. And there you go. Overall, we stay in 7th place. We got 5th for the sprint, 12th in the mountain, 2nd on the under 25s, and the team finished 8th. Nice budding champion. We got an achievement today. Manager satisfaction goes +7. Progression was +35, jumping us to level 12. Let's see. Overall, top 10, we got 7th. That's good. Point standings, 5th. Very good. 2nd in youth, excellent. Except. And our level up, here's the results. We had changed our focus to climber on this level from a time trialist on the previous ones. So we see our climbing stats go up a little bit. Mountain +1, hills +1, sprint and acceleration both go +1. Stamina, resistance, and recovery. Big boost there, especially on the recovery with that +3. Alright, we'll proceed to the next day, and then we'll see where we are at in the Super Prestige. So on the schedule, we have one stage race left, 6-stage Tour of Alberta. And then we have a few, 3 or 4 one-day classics to wrap up the season, with only one of those really being anything competitive. So the Tour of Alberta will just about do it for the end of the season. We might have one episode after that to wrap up the last couple stage races, or last classics. Alright, let's take a look at results, standings, and we're going to skip straight to Super Prestige. So, here in August, Chris Froome is running away with it. I would assume that means he won the Tour de France, but I haven't taken a look at that. Richie Porte is second, just ahead of Aru and Rigoberto. Michael Matthews pretty good right behind that. And then here's that strength of Team Sky thing. Kwiatkowski and Poles are next in line. Peter Sagan all the way down to 10th, a little surprising. And there's Geschke, who was in the race we were just racing and didn't have a very strong finish. That was pretty surprising. All right, but let's see where we are. We had 91 points previously. And during that Colorado Classic, we picked up a stage win and 7th overall. And we're doing pretty good in a number of jersey categories. Okay, so we still haven't picked up that many points. We're under 200. There we go. 182. We doubled, literally doubled. We had 91 points. We picked up, it looks like, 91 points. So exactly doubled our total, moved up 170 positions in the overall standings, and are now 254th overall among all racers. And we've only been racing pretty much Continental races all year long. So fantastic job to pick up so many points before we head off to Wanty Group Gobert for next season. And everything's very satisfied, so that's good. Nice. Our evolution, let's see how we just improved once again with that level up. It had been a little bit. It's taken longer to improve. But that's all just this first season. And our average is now a 71. So we did pick up a level on our overall ranking when we leveled up here. Alright, so huge boost to our Super Prestige. If you're following the Gaming Decathlon, we just doubled our score. We had 18 points. It's divide the Super Prestige by 5. So we just added another 18, bringing our total to 36. So that was a pretty good boost. Moving up to the Continental level will, Continental Pro level for next season will definitely help, because we'll have a lot more Colorado Classics style level of race available to us for next year. Alright, well, that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record.